Hello and welcome. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. Devendra Fadnavis has been sworn in as Maharashtra's Chief Minister after 5 years, while Shiv Sena leader Eknath Shinde and NCP Chief Ajit Pawar have also taken oath as his deputies. They paid floral tributes a short while back to B.R. Ambedkar at Chief Minister's office. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, top NDA leaders including Union Home Minister Amit Shah, BJP President J.P. Nadda, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, Assam Chief Minister Hemanta Biswa Sharma, Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, Haryana Chief Minister Naib Singh Saini were all present at the swearing-in function at Azad Maidan in Mumbai. Meanwhile, industrialists Mukesh Ambani, Anand Ambani were also present at Azad Maidan. The who's who of Bollywood also attended the swearing-in ceremony, including Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, Ranbir Kapoor, Ranveer Singh, Sanjay Dutt and more. Joining us live at this point are Anurag Naidu, political analyst. We also have Manasvi Thapar, political analyst, live with us. Sujata Pandey, political analyst, is also joining us live. Gargi Nandi Roy, political analyst, also with us live now on the broadcast. Anurag, let me begin with you first. Mahayuti 2.0, what do you make of the final formula that was cracked and accepted by all?
Thank you for having me on the show, first of all. It's a great day. I think it's a great combination, something that we barely could have imagined a few years back, three very different forces coming together. But I think it was pretty much on the expected line. I mean, looking at the numbers, the day the numbers were out, 133 plus for the BJP was anyways, the chief minister had to be a BJP chief minister. And we all know for obvious reason that both Mr. Ajit Pawar and Eknath Shinde are the central forces in their own parties, and they would be in power in the capacity of deputy chief minister. So we really had no other option but Devendra Fadnavis, because then you wanted somebody senior, somebody who can control two powerful deputy chief minister. It was only possible for Mr. Fadnavis because Mr. Fadnavis led this entire election from the front. And considering these three people, the leader, the captain was always Fadnavis, planning, strategizing everywhere. And not to forget, BJP out of these three parties has the credentials of being a pan-Maharashtra parties. Mr. Shinde was, confined to his zones, his strength, area of strength. Mr. Pawar, Ajit Pawar had his own area of influence, but BJP was the only party that had pan-Maharashtra influence. So it was but natural choice. But yes, there were hectic bargaining, and the Home Minister bargain that was put across by Eknath Shinde. That was true, and that is important because there is looming fear within the rank and file of Eknath Shinde. And there are two things, last 5 years or last 2.5 years that has come onto the fore is Home Minister and the Speaker of Assembly are the two very crucial portfolios, a position that a party would love to have, because this Jodto Rajniti into place. The Home Minister is having Home Minister in control will give them the check and will give them the required power to have this, vigilance across the MLAs and the system and ensure that system is intact. So Mr. Shinde wanted to have that control, because both Mr. Shinde and Ajit Pawar's party are fairly newly formed parties, and I think that was something which was a bone of contention. But apart from that, Speaker also, we were very clear it has to be with the BJP, and I think all in all, the formula looks to be very sorted. BJP number one, Mr. Shinde expected to take close to 12 ministers in the portfolio, and Ajit Pawar less than 10. So I think it's pretty much looks to be a very sorted formula. I'm sure they will do some great work in the days to come. And I look forward to the BMC elections going forward.
Okay, let me quickly get in Manasvi Thapar as well. Manasvi Thapar, do you believe it was a poor form for the opposition not to attend today? Sharad Pawar was missing, Uddhav Thackeray was missing, Aditya Thackeray was missing, Nana Patole was missing. Is that unfortunate according to you? Also, what do you make of the criticism that they mounted, saying why did it take so long for a decision to be taken? Also, pot shots now that Sanjay Raut and others are taking, saying Eknath Shinde has been tossed aside, his era is now over.
I think that this is a new law in politics. What happens is it's a token invitation also. So this is not a democratic setup wherein we expect what our ancestors had expected in the past future, that this is how we would take our country forward. This is not that kind of India. What is happening is this kind of animosity in politics is never seen in the past. But what is happening in the last 5 years in Maharashtra specifically, we have seen is that two regional strong parties which rose to the national prominence have been divided into two parts. What happens here is a national political party like BJP enters there, and there is a division in two regional political parties. Their houses at unrest. So the supremos of that party, or we could say that the old guards of that party, are completely removed from that party. Their politics is somehow not stable in Maharashtra anymore, and it has nothing to do with BJP more specifically, but it has to do with the politics in as a whole in our country, which is not healthy, wherein opposition and the people in power have to go hand in hand so that the country's progress does not stop. But what is happening is this animosity, which has not happened in the past from our first Lok Sabha election till this elections. This was not the case, wherein oppositions come and go, people in power come and go, but the progress and the approach toward politics of regional political parties, of states and central leadership is not that they don't go eye to eye. This is for the first time which we are seeing that they don't go eye to eye. The reason to this could be the kind of division which has happened in NCP, the kind of division which has happened in Shiv Sena, the kind of division in Karyakartas, the vote bank have happened in Maharashtra most specifically. This is the only state in the last 75 years which we have seen two major political parties have been decimated into two different political parties in one particular election. So obviously this is not a very happy state for those people who are losing. It's going to be unrest in their cadre, it's going to be unrest in their karyakartas, in their leadership. So their future becomes dicey. Their decision making is not very clear. So that is why we have seen this kind of absenteeism in the swearing in ceremony.
Okay, let me in fact quickly also rope in now on the broadcast Gargi Nandi Roy, women welcoming Devendra Fadnavis and Ajit Pawar and Eknath Shinde into the CM office, doing an aarti, garlanding them, giving them mithai. Also Anganwadi workers, Ladki Bahin beneficiaries were all present at the swearing-in ceremony at Azad Maidan as well, rubbing shoulders with the VIPs who were present as well in the audience. Women playing a big role and forming a big part of today.
Yes, I think, Uday, I'm audible, right? The women really played a big role in the Maharashtra election. See, any welfare scheme that reaches the women, that plays a big role. That we have seen in Madhya Pradesh also, right? Ladli Behna. So here also 2.3 crore women who received 7,500. Obviously, they believed more in the Mahayuti. And then Mahayuti said, we give you 1,500, you will be getting 2,100. And what was Rahul Gandhi doing? Rahul Gandhi was still then shouting with the Sanvidan Constitution. And then at the last stage, he came and said, no, we also will give you 3,000. People don't believe like that. Those in power, where the women have benefited, so they will always vote for them. And secondly, I think BJP has that culture, to include the Shramjeevis. If you have seen Modi ji, when the new parliament was opened, he sat and ate with all those people who worked for them. They were honored by the Prime Minister. Even in Ram Mandir, those who worked, they were honored. They were felicitated. So I think that is a culture of the BJP. They don't have that elitist attitude like the Congress, and also they realize that all this Anganwadi or the women play a very important role. So you have to include them. You have to make them feel good. So I think that is very normal in BJP. And anything happens, putting the tilak and tika. It's a very culture, not only BJP, the RSS programs that we attend and all, everywhere, that's a culture. So that's a very much a BJP's culture, I think. And I want to answer to Manasvi, if you let me talk to Manasvi, because Manasvi said it is a very sad state of politics. Can
yes,
I? Uday,
yes.
Yeah.
Please respond.
Yes. Manasvi is not understanding. Manasvi, you have to accept that BJP and Shiv Sena were the most natural alliance. Even Bala Saheb Thackeray, he wanted a BJP in the center and a Shiv Sena in Maharashtra. And how he criticized Congress, how he said if Congress continues for another 5 years, the country will be ruined, anything. So obviously what happens is, it's a great thing for BJP. 3 successive elections, not only victory, this is a massive victory this time. Even we didn't expect this much, but BJP has been the largest party in Maharashtra. which one time used to be the stronghold of Congress and parties like Congress and NCP. So 3 elections winning and 3 elections being the largest party, that means people of Maharashtra voted for BJP. And when the Shiv Sena broke, because it was an unnatural alliance, at the ground the Shiv Sainiks were not comfortable with the Congress workers. You have to accept that, Manasvi. It cannot be when the leaders shake hands for the sake of chair or power. It is one thing, but at the ground, the workers cannot accept that. So they could not have worked with the Congress workers. And that's why, and Uddhav Thackeray, as a chief minister, he never used to go to Mantralaya. He used to sit at his house. He was always surrounded by a coterie. His own MLAs could not meet him. So that's why don't blame the other person. The contradiction, the conflict was within. You know, we said there's a thesis, antithesis, and synthesis. So that thesis, when Uddhav Thackeray joined MVA, it had its own antithesis, the contradiction. So the normal synthesis, I'm speaking in the Marxist language, that the normal synthesis was the breakaway. So that time Shinde proved that the MLAs were with him, the MPs, so many were with him. And now this time it's been proven that the majority of the people are with him. The Shiv Sainik, the original Hindutva voters. If you see Uday, there were, I think Shiv Sena used to get 16 to 20% vote. But
Right.
if you see only
Okay, let me bring in Sujata Pandey as well now, political analyst onto the broadcast. Sujata Pandey, we are clearly, of course, seeing now Mahayuti 2.0 government come into force in Maharashtra. Let's just talk a bit about Devendra Fadnavis. What explains his rise? What explains how he has been a key architect for the Mahayuti from their low in the Lok Sabha polls where they lost seats to, of course, this resounding victory? And what do you believe the focus areas now are going to be of this new government?
So, if you look at the Devendra Fadnavis journey, the rise, the fall, and the rise, like how they say, "Mimi Pune aahe," it's like it's all about the dedication, the patience, the grit, his commitment to the organizational strength, because he's known as a man who's close to Sangh, who's also close to Delhi center, the high command, as they say. And he is a person who's never lost the sight of what he wants. And that is why I think if you look at his entire political landscape, he was the youngest mayor, he never became, a minister. And then when he became MLA, he straight away went and became the chief minister, just like Modi ji. But Modi ji was never on MP. When he became an MP, he became the PM. So there are similarities that you find with the working style of Narendra Modi and Devendra Fadnavis also. If you both are from RSS background, what we call as a Balyakal Swayam Sevak, has got a understanding of the organization. He was part of the AVP. There are a lot of leaders today also in the center who are part of the AVP. Amit Shah comes from the AVP also. So he understands things. Even in his first term, if you see, he was quite new. People did not even expect BJP to name Devendra Fadnavis as the chief minister that time itself. But then when they did, he proved it with his sharp acumen, his understanding of the bureaucracy, and thus the way he kept all the power concentrated in the chief minister's office, which was a big challenge then, because he was surrounded by big names within the party also. And I think that played out really well. And when people wrote him off, people said, oh, he's been done. He'll never become the CM. Sanjay Raut, for example, that tweet is going viral now when he said, "Oh, Devendra Fadnavis ka time gaya. He's never gonna be the CM." And now he's come back, and he's come back purely on, I would say, dedication, organizational strength, understanding the loopholes, filling it up. Of course, with the help of RSS, because this wouldn't have been possible without the help of the RSS, and of course, with the strategy of the PM Modi's, the policies, and he's been a man who has resolved conflicts. If you see his entire tenure as a chief minister, the first term also, he resolved the Kisan Andolan in Maharashtra very, very nicely. The way he managed the entire Maharashtra reservation agitation very, very, very well. Even in Latur, the water problems, he managed it well. He managed the Naxal problem also very well during his tenure. And now that area in the entire Vidarbha was burning with the Naxal issues, he managed it well. So, he has got everything to become the chief minister. I mean, I don't know some panelists were saying that there was a doubt. I'm sitting in Maharashtra. I work very closely with him, and I can tell you that we had no doubt that Devendra ji is going to be the chief minister. Is that the reason is simple, that every BJP worker, RSS, every booth workers were very clear that it is Devendra Fadnavis who's leading from the front. It was his face on which the votes were asked. That's number one. Secondly, that there was a deep sense of I would say repentment, what happened in Lok Sabha. We did not expect that things would go that wrong for BJP. So it's a way of paying out, I would say, from Maharashtra people to Modi ji also, that saying that we are with you. And third thing, very important thing is that Devendra Fadnavis knows the know-hows of the bureaucracy. With Ajit Pawar on the side, Ajit Pawar is a very strong bureaucracy man because, of course, the NCP Congress too, and he's been part of the Pawar clan together. So he had to be the chief minister to balance these two. One being, two are Maratha, and if another third person will also be a Maratha chief minister, this won't be a right segment. So so it sort of balanced his, so to say, the negative caste factor also. So he comes here along with
Yes.
bureaucracy expertise. Also, I think for the next term, like you said, what are we expecting? I think we're expecting a lot of projects to get on its run, because Dharavi has been stalled. I mean, as a Mumbaiker, I don't feel pride in people living in slums. People who are only doing politics, they feel pride, So I would want Dharavi to move. I want the metro projects, whatever is being not completed, to move faster as possible. I want life to be easy in Maharashtra. And Maharashtra is a land of reforms. We don't want agitation going on just how it used to be in Congress and NCP times. So you'd see a lot of projects, and trust me, I think Devendra
Anurag Naidu, the big question now is which party will get the CM. We know which party now is getting the CM's chair and the deputy CM's chairs. But now the big question is, which party will get the home ministry, which party will get the finance ministry, which party will get the speaker's chair. These are all big questions now that perhaps the next few days are going to give us an answer. What's your hunch?
I don't think these are big questions. I think the Home Minister is going to be Devendra Fadnavis himself. And I think the Finance Minister is going to be Ajit Pawar, and the Urban Development Minister is going to be, and PWD, of course, is going to be with Mr. Shinde. This is a sorted combination. You may see some, I would say, some combinations coming up in other ministries, where probably last time around it was quite a, in a short notice, these ministries were given up. The cabinet expansion was also due. Mr. Fadnavis told that on multiple occasions and confessed that yes, the expansion was due and a lot of people need to be given this opportunity. So you may see new faces, particularly from Mr. Shinde's side more so. I don't expect so many surprises from Mr. Pawar's side, because I can tell you 5, 6, 7 names at least who are the probables, and there's no competition with Ajit Pawar, because they all, they all hold their own citadels in their own area. So they are pretty much likely to be there. But Mr. Shinde, I would expect some more new faces. And
you're expecting then the speaker's position to be with the BJP?
BJP, absolutely with the BJP. And one of the things that I am also expecting in BJP is a lot of first-time MLAs also getting a cabinet berth. I'm in touch with few of them.
Manasvi Thapar, what is going to be the impact of this show of strength today, these optics on the stage at Azad Maidan on 2025? Delhi and Bihar are next year, crucial assembly polls. What are the optics today, this symbolizing for the opposition? What's the message to the opposition and also to the country at large, particularly the voters of Delhi and Bihar?
I think the biggest takeaway from a political point of view is the kind of comeback which BJP has done under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. From 240 to today, from Haryana to Maharashtra, the wave has just doubled up. The kind of Karyakarta Josh has just doubled up, which is not there. This comeback factor is not there in Congress. This comeback factor is not there in opposition. What happens with opposition is, when they lose, they don't think of coming back. What is the difference between BJP and other political parties is that when BJP loses, they introspect. And when other opposition parties, more specifically Congress, loses it, they lose the entire momentum. And what is the other difference is, BJP is also acceptable to the fact that if there are leaders who may be corrupt, who may have the other issues in Congress, they openly invite them in their political party, give them plum positions, and they accept that. And also, the discipline of the karyakartas who have been struggling in BJP for years, even then they don't object. So that kind of narrative is very strong of BJP. The leadership is very strong. The central leadership is very strong. And also the other factor of BJP is it does not work on its own strength. It also makes sure that other opposition parties are further weakened. They create divisions, then that's a good marketing strategy and that's a good political strategy also for BJP. It's working for them. They make sure that other political houses are also divided and the vote share gets divided. The voters get confused. That's other advantage of around 3 to 5%, which goes in the way of BJP, most specifically in Maharashtra, that has gone out. And now with this momentum, what we see is Delhi consolidates because BJP already had a strong vote base there in Delhi. What is the difference between Congress and BJP in Delhi is the entire Aam Aadmi Party's vote bank is of Congress. So that vote bank is going to be divided. And there is no clarity in the Delhi election. What happens in Bihar is BJP is going to be the strongest and the largest political party in Bihar because JDU is itself decimated.